Welcome back to the channel. Wanted to check in with a weekly report, week 46 of the update on Marvel Future Fight here. I want to give an update on the boycott itself, but there isn't one. There hasn't been a whole lot of activity on the forums here. There's not a whole lot of discussion from the dev, no dev note. Basically nothing, and that's kind of a little bit concerning. Usually, I mean, last time back in 2017 when we boycotted the Ultimates, the devs were quick to bribe us and send us crystals and stuff like that, but there's nothing this time around, which either means that it's working or that it's not working. There's no real way to gauge, simply because they're just not commentating at all. Usually there's some response or something like that. It's a video put out or something, but there's just really nothing this time around, to the point where I think Cynic Alex is leaving the Star Agent program, which for the most part the Star Agent program hasn't really done a whole lot in terms of changing the game. Really, it's just advertising and giving us previews, so it's not really doing a whole lot for anybody to be on it. So we're starting to see some of that trickle effect of people not happy with the game really affecting what we may get in previews. But until there's a response, I mean, we're going to just see a lot more of this. In the meantime, it's not like they haven't been doing stuff. They've sent out a preview for Miles Morales. Let's see here. They put out this video kind of previewing him, showing his character build. I mean, great work by the art team, and the uniform looks great, and it plays interestingly enough. So they put out this whole video, which, I mean, I've got some issues with in terms of from a free-to-play standpoint. It kind of sucks that Namor, Yelena, and Sabretooth are part of this, but I mean, I get it. They have no relation to this character, but whatever reason, they're here, and they're quite costly. The character itself changes Miles. Something to kind of, couple of things to kind of note is that Miles changes from a speed type to a combat type, and from a hero to a villain. So normally, you would use it with Nick Fury. You would play against some of the villains. Now that flips over. Kind of works counterintuitively, because now you're going against the heroes, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, and Cable. But nobody really plays those heroes. Some of the Star Agents that have been using him and playing him and kind of putting out videos and contents have said that he plays a lot like Scarlet Spider. He's very, very strong, but has very, very low defense. So that makes it a little bit tough to play. I think I'm not going to be picking up this uniform. We're too close to Black Friday anyway. So if I'm going to wait for a couple of more videos to kind of come out and see. He is pretty proc heavy, so you could probably use CTP of energy or something like that on him, make it somewhat useful. Maybe a regular damage proc. He does have a lightning damage on his force skill, so just be mindful of that. If you put a lightning damage, it's really only going to affect that skill. So maybe just a crit damage is going to be worthwhile to put on there. How he plays, like I said, he's pretty powerful, pretty heavy on the damage. Unfortunately, though, he does have some survivability issues, kind of like Scarlet Spider. So he sort of plays like a lackluster Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel, that uniform we got earlier, that also changed from a speed type to a combat type. So it might be better to use your crystals if you haven't purchased that uniform on that uniform instead of using it this uniform. I mean, we're probably 3 weeks away from Black Friday anyway, so I would say save your crystals, wait for more content to come out, see if there's any ways to address. It seems like all of the symbiote characters have some lack of survivability, some lack of defense, so that's sort of unfortunate as a broad scope for the update itself. That's kind of unfortunate. I haven't seen a whole lot of stuff for Spider-Woman, simply because a lot of folks aren't picking her up because of the boycott. But so let's flip on over in game, and let me kind of show you around my account and see what we got going on here. In terms of, yes, save your crystals, I'm at 10 10,245. So make sure you guys are saving your crystals on that end for the Black Friday update. I did complete the Future Pass, which means I did pick up my premium card tokens of 300. So we're steadily chopping that down. It's probably going to be, you know, the mark is 600, so it's still going to be some time until we get there, maybe another 18 days or so before that happens, probably right in time for Black Friday. But in terms of the roster, we did level up Scream to level 60 and tiered her. We did just unlock her potential, or realize her potential, so we'll see. I'm going to take a look at some content to see if it's worth kind of taking her up, but for the most part, again, same story, same song and dance, right? Lack of survivability, can't really take a whole bunch of hits, so we might have to hold off. The one I didn't hesitate on is Phyla-Vell. We did get her to tier 2, but we didn't unlock the potential yet, so I'm sure that's going to come in a little bit. And then we're kind of waiting out to see what the rest of the mid-month is going to be. I mean, I got Carnage, which was great from the Dimension missions. So he's ready to be kind of useful again. But it's probably going to require a uniform. It's probably going to require a tier 3. So it's whether or not we want to do that. We're going to have to measure Carnage against Venom because they're both combat types. But for me, I mean, first up is going to be Immortal Hulk anyway, simply because I think that one's going to be good for both PvP and PvE, which is what I need on my roster. So we'll have to wait and see on Carnage, see what he kind of gets in an update. But that's really what I've got for my account. I am working on a couple of videos right now for the building of characters. I completed the one that I wanted to do for Professor X, but now that I have 2 other characters, I'm going to show you a couple of ways to do it. We're going to do it as a kind of a 3-part series and kind of pace it out a little bit more. I didn't get a chance to stream a whole lot. Our foster Ripley was adopted yesterday, so we're going to have a little bit more time to play and kind of put out more content, so I'm not watching over him as much. So that'll be something to look forward to. But otherwise, yeah, the roster's still kind of chugging along, but the game in general is kind of barren. There isn't a whole lot going on given everything that's kind of happening. I wish they really would address us somewhat sooner than later, but we'll have to wait and see. What did you guys do this week? What else have you guys got going on? Are you guys going to be leveling up and tier 2ing or fully potential getting Miles Morales all the way up, or are you guys going to be on the fence for that? Otherwise, what are you guys looking forward to on Black Friday? What are you hoping to get? What are you hoping to see? Otherwise, thanks for stopping by. Always appreciate your comments, chatting on the stream, likes and subscribes. Until next time, stay strong, be well, do good, and I will see you guys soon, okay?